Hi guys, myself Ankita. In this video shows you on the problem of LeetCode. Max consecutive ones. So given a binary array nums, return the maximum number of consecutive ones in the array. So they are given an array that is consisting of binary number that is 0 and 1, and you have to return the maximum number of consecutive ones that is existing in the array. So what do you mean by consecutive ones? So if they are given an array, let's say 1 comma 1 comma 0 comma 1 comma 1 comma 1, consecutive means in the contiguous manner. So 1 and 1 are appearing consecutively, so that is 2 here, and here you could say 1 1 1 that is appearing consecutively, so that is 3. So which is maximum of these two? 3. So you have to return 3 as the answer. 3 is the maximum number of consecutive ones appearing in the array. So how do we solve the problem? Okay, um, one thing what we can do, so let's keep a pointer. I'll rewrite the array 1 comma 1 comma 0 comma 1 comma 1 comma 1. So we will have a variable called count to find the number of consecutive ones, and another variable called max count to find the maximum number of consecutive ones present in the array. So consecutive ones are present 2 here and 3 here. The maximum of 2 and 3 is 3. So that is what we need to return. So we have to return the maximum count. So initially we have the pointer at the beginning of the array. Let's check whether the element at this point position is it 1 or not. So it is binary. So if it is 1, what we can do? We can increase the count. So count will be increased to 1 now. And at the same time, max count also will be increased to 1. Because max of 0 and 1 will be 1 only, right? Next, move the pointer to next position. So here it is 1 again. So you increase the count by 2. So that is the number of maximum, that is the number of consecutive ones. So again the max count of 1 comma 2 will be 1 is the previous max count, and now the count is 2. So max count comma count. So maximum of these two. What is it? 2. Now you have encountered 0. That means till here the consecutive ones are done. So now what we have to do? Now reinitialize the count to 0. Okay. So next we have to look for the next ones appearing in the array. So here if you move further ahead, so this is 1. So count will be increased to 1, and max count of 1 comma previous was 2 max count, comma the count is 1, so it will be 2, remaining it will remain as 2 only. Next again move ahead, so count will be increased to 2. So again this time 2 was the previous max count, and now count is 2, which is the maximum of these two is 2 itself. Next again move the pointer ahead, so count will become 3. So that this means count is 3 means 3 consecutive ones have been appeared in the array. And now previous max count was 2, and now the count is 3. So maximum of 2 and 3 is 3. So hence we have found the maximum count. You might say only when we have encountered 0 we can check for the max count, this condition. Yeah, but when we come to the end of the array you won't find the encounter 0, right? So at that time again you have to give further conditions, like if the pointer is not pointing to n minus 1, all those conditions you have to give. Instead at each loop, at each count we'll find the max count, that will be easier to solve. So okay, I'll just first code it in Java. Okay, int count equal to 0. Similarly int max count will also be initialized to 0. Next let int n be equal to what? Nums dot length. So after this iterate to the array. So int I equal to 0, I less than n, and I plus plus. If nums of I equal to 1, what we need to do? We have to increase the count by 1, and at the same time we have to calculate the max count as well. So max count will be equal to mat dot max of which two variables? One is max count only, other variable will be the count. And yeah, so next comes the else condition. What is else? Else is nothing but what if the number is 0, because it's a binary. What if the number is 0? So if the number is 0, then directly what we need to do, we have to reinitialize count to 0. That's it. So at last return the maximum count. Okay, this is for Java. And C++, it remains the same, only few functional syntaxes are different. So instead of length, we have to give size. And then, okay, math.max is not required, just max is fine. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, so I'll submit any one of the codes. Yeah, successfully submitted. If you understood the concept, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel. We'll come up with another video next session. Until then, keep learning. Thank you.